welcome to Love Chat with the Love Twins. I'm Gladys Diaz, and whether you are watching this on live or replay, I want you to know that this conversation we're about to have, it found you for a reason. As this year is literally coming to a close, there's this quiet realization that many high achieving women are sitting with right now, and it sounds something like this. Nothing's wrong, but something has to shift. Your life works. You've made things happen in a way most women don't do. You have a great life, and when it comes to love, there's this subtle knowing that the picture isn't complete yet. It's not fully complete. So tonight's love chat is not about fixing you or fixing your love life, or the work that we do has nothing to do with fixing at all. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's about making you conscious, aware of what you're already creating in your life so that you don't unconsciously create the same patterns in 2026. So that's the only way it's really the first step of the only way to make sure that old patterns don't keep repeating themselves. Because here's the truth that we're grounding into today on this session. Your 2026 love story, it's not created on January 1st. It's not. It's being shaped right now. It's being shaped by your choices. It's being shaped by your values, your standards, your boundaries, your emotional availability. All of that is what's already right now creating your 2026 love story. So I want to invite you to take a breath. Just for these few moments that we're together, set aside any distractions, your phone, anything that can take you, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, out of this conversation, and let's begin. So I'd love to see in the chat, again, whether you're doing this live or on a live broadcast, or you're watching this on replay, I would love to see in the chat, I'm here. I'm here if you're open to a powerful shift, to really creating a powerful shift within yourself, within your love life before the year ends. So if that's you, I should be getting a notification that you are saying, I'm here. So let's start with something that most people don't want to hear. Okay, but we're going to be telling the truth, right? We call these Tell the Truth Tuesdays. They don't want to hear, but they need to. So waiting until next year, even if it's in a few days, a new year doesn't create a new love story. What it does is it simply gives you and your patterns a new calendar. So you turn the page on the calendar from 2025 to 2026, and all that's changed is the number of the year, the number on your calendar. Time does not change patterns. Awareness does. If nothing shifts internally, I want you to think, really be with it, lean in and be here with me. Because if nothing shifts internally, and I'm focusing on internally because situations, circumstances, people outside of you, they're not what gives you your transformation. They're not what creates the shift inside of you. Only you can do that. So if nothing shifts inside of you, what happens is that the same identity, the same standards, the same emotional habits, behavior habits, thought habits, like those things, they just keep repeating. So then 2026 will quietly recreate 2025 or a previous year or previous years, simply with a different title in terms of the number of the year. So let me ask you something. And I want you to answer honestly, even if it's just to yourself. You want to ask yourself, who have I been being this year in love? Who have I been being? When it comes to love, who have I been being? And then just answer that honestly. Have you been being guarded but hopeful, or backwards, hopeful but guarded? Kind of leaving that wall up. Have you been being independent which is great, but not emotionally accessible. Or maybe you've been feeling lonely or isolated. That'd be another way to say it. But loneliness is real when you don't have the right partner, or you're with someone who's not the right partner, right? Have you been really high functioning, getting things done, but emotionally you're not available? Emotionally, maybe you're not even approachable. And have you been saying that you're open, but really what you've been doing is tolerating less than what you really want? Maybe going through the motions, not fully being like full heart, full body, full soul into creating the kind of love that you want. Because the woman that you end as this year comes to an end, the woman that you are being is the woman who walks directly into the next year. And this is why love doesn't magically change when the year changes. It only changes when your identity changes. And identity is shaped by several things. So I mentioned some of them, I'm going to reiterate them. What you allow. And that includes who you allow into your life, what you allow to happen, what you don't allow to happen, what you tolerate from yourself and other people, because it's not always just other people. What you rationalize or justify or make excuses for. What you avoid looking at. Maybe you pretend not to see it, or you'll get to it later. Those are the things that shape your identity. So here's the reframe I invite you to take in. If you're truly ready to create a shift, the kind of shift that's not just going to shift the calendar page, but it's going to shift your experience of yourself, of love, dating, and relationships, and the love story you get to create in 2026. If you want a different, and I'm not talking about a better version of what you don't want, a completely new relationship next year, a new love in the new year, you must complete this year differently. So if you're still with me, go ahead and write the word shift. Write the word shift in the chat if you know you don't want to repeat the same cycle again, like you are completely done with that. Go ahead and put shift in the chat. All right, now let's move into a distinction that high achieving women often miss, because I really want you to get this, right? There's a very big difference between wanting love, like wanting love to come into your life, and being fully available for love. So wanting love, there's a desire in your heart, right? To have love, to experience it, to share it with someone. That is very different from being available for love. Truly available. Available to see it, to recognize it, to receive it. It's completely different. So most of the women that we work with, they want love deeply. Like if you're watching this, it's probably one of the things that you want. Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, you truly want real love. But availability is a completely different conversation. When we're talking about emotional availability, that means that you have space, not just time, but space in your life, in your self, for love. Emotional availability also means that you're not emotionally occupied by almost relationships, or better than nothing relationships, or it's okay for now relationships. Okay, that's what emotional availability means. Also, it means that you're not protecting yourself from disappointment by staying active, staying super busy. So you don't really have the bandwidth to be fully available for love. And when we're talking about emotional availability, it means that you're willing to be seen, not just admired for your looks and for the outside of the woman that you are, but to be fully seen as you are, for who you are. No pretense, no mask, none of that. Right? So that's what true emotional availability is. And here's a question I want you to sit with. I'm going to ask it and then just be with it. No judgment, but honesty. Is your life actually, right now, the way your life is designed, is your life actually designed to receive love? Or just to manage everything without it? Before you answer, sit with it. Is your life right now, the way it is, designed for you to receive love? Or is it currently designed for you to manage life without love? Because being an accomplished, goal-driven, somebody who's got big goals and dreams and is actually taking actions towards them, being an accomplished woman can sometimes hide emotional avoidance. And independence can sometimes mask fear of disappointment. So it could be that you get very, very busy with your life, with your business, your career, if you've got children, your family, the other goals that you have in your life outside of your profession, and you don't realize that the reason you're keeping yourself and your calendar so full and so active is to avoid or hide how you're feeling emotionally. So that's called emotional avoidance. You're avoiding being with your true emotions. And then independence can mask fear or disappointment because you're becoming so. And look, I am a highly independent, very well-equipped, well-able, accomplished woman. And sometimes when we're focused on what we are able to do, like the doingness of it all, and how independent we are and how we can do everything by ourselves, it masks the fear of being disappointed. If I let you into my life, what if you let me down? If I let you into my heart, what if then you leave me or you hurt me or you betray me? So it's subtle, it's a little sneaky, but it's there. And I want you to know that being emotionally available, and nothing that I'm saying am I telling you to lower your standards, give up your dreams, give up your goals. That actually goes against everything that we teach. But availability, true emotional availability, it is about lowering the armor, not the standards, the armor. Okay, so when you don't consciously examine this, consciously, truthfully, vulnerably examine this, what happens is that you will find yourself attracting men who are inconsistent. You'll attract men who are inconsistent. You'll attract men who are not aligned with your vision, your values, your standards, your boundaries. And if you're not consciously examining this and seeing where in my life am I not truly emotionally available, you'll attract men who are emotionally unavailable as well. Men who want access to you, to your time, to your attention, to your affection without commitment, without really being intending for it to be any more than a little time together, here and then, now and again, or physical time together, being physically intimate, or that it's just hanging out, where you know in your heart that you want more. First of all, you're too busy to just hang out. Second of all, your heart desires true, real, deep love. So if you settle, which is another thing that happens when you're not being fully emotionally available, then you'll get bits and pieces. So then your brain can try to convince you, like, well, I've got this and I've got this, but what about this big piece, like commitment, which is something that you want? Or you keep attracting men who they're just not the right match. They're not the right match for your vision, your ambition. They're simply not. They may be great guys, but they're not the right guy, the right man for you. Okay? So, and none of this is happening because you're intentionally doing anything wrong, that you're intentionally trying to sabotage your love life, that you're setting yourself up, like with awareness, to be hurt. No. That's not what's happening. It's not why that is happening. Because it's happening because your energy is saying, I'm strong enough on my own. I can do it on my own. I don't need to, I don't need a man to be happy, which that is true. But if you're lying to yourself saying, I don't want to share my life, my heart, my world, my dreams, my accomplishments, my successes, and yes, even the tough times with the right person, and you're just being about being on your own, that is what creates this pattern. And love isn't attracted to or responding to self-sufficiency. That's not what love seeks. Love seeks openness, true availability. So if you are if you are ready to be honest about this, go ahead and type the word available in the chat, because you want to declare it. If you've been doing any of the things that I just talked about that are sabotaging your emotional availability and the ability to attract true love, an emotionally available, commitment ready, high quality man, just go ahead and put available in the chat. Now this next part is critical. All right, it's critical. Whether you realize it or not, your future partner is already in this moment right here, right now, being selected. And you might be like, if you're not even dating, you might be like, what do you mean? What do you mean he's already being selected? But whether you realize it or not, your future partner is already being selected by what you choose today, who you choose to be, what you choose to do and not do, what you choose to tolerate or not tolerate. That is what is already selecting your partner for you. If that's happening, your standards right now are not what you say that you want. They've probably been lowered. Your standards are what you consistently allow into your life, how you allow people to talk to you, treat you, who you allow into your life. Your boundaries are not what you explain. They're not rules for other people to follow, and they're not what you explain. Your boundaries are what you choose to enforce, honor, what you choose to honor without negotiation, without compromising your values and your standards. And your tolerance level, what you choose to tolerate, the tolerance level, what you choose to tolerate from other people and from yourself, that quietly teaches people how to treat you, speak to you, honor you, or dishonor you. People are looking to see how you are honoring yourself. What do you allow? What do you not allow? So let me ask you, and ask yourself this question. Where have you been settling emotionally? Where have you been settling emotionally? If you're being 100% honest with yourself. Where have you, now inside of this awareness, where have you been patient with behavior that you don't actually want? And again, this is from yourself, behavior you don't want from yourself, and behavior you don't want from others. And where have you been telling yourself things like, well, it's not that bad, it's better than nothing, I'm fine, I can deal with it. I can deal with it? With something that's not what you truly want? So just be honest in answering these questions. Because almost every exception, I call it a cut corner, every compromise, that is also shaping your future. That's also selecting your partner. It's writing the love story. Now here's the empowering part. The moment you change what you tolerate, the moment you change that and you shift from tolerating to honoring yourself, truly honoring and living aligned with your values, you immediately change what you attract. And this is where real self-leadership in love begins, where you're leading yourself in love. It's not by controlling people or outcomes. That is not true leadership when it comes to love. But it's in choosing alignment. So if this conversation is landing and you're realizing that clarity around what you truly want, what you truly value, what you're truly available for, where you're truly no longer willing to tolerate, if you're gaining that type of clarity, again, you're realizing that it's clarity, not force or control or willpower. If you're realizing that's your next step, I want to invite you into something powerful. And it's called Love Vision 2026. And Love Vision 2026, it's not about wishful thinking. It's not about crossing your fingers hoping things work out. It's not about changing the calendar page and thinking that because it's 2026, now all of a sudden your love vision is going to come into play. It's not about that. It's about building your foundation, building a solid foundation for real lasting love. And inside of Love Vision 2026, you will dismantle the old patterns that have followed you through 2025 and probably before that. You're going to get radically clear on who you are becoming in love. That identity I was talking about earlier. You're also going to define, crystallize the standards, the boundaries, the emotional alignment and availability. It's called emotional posture, like who I am inside of my emotions and how I portray that. So you're going to look to define how the standards, the boundaries, and that emotional posture aligns with real partnership, with the kind of partnership, the kind of love, the real relationship that you want, with the fullness of the experience that you want to have in that kind of loving relationship. And you're going to create a crystal clear vision for your 2026 love story. And we're going to walk you through all of that. We're going to do all of that together. Okay? This event is intentionally designed to have you create the love that you want in 2026. And all you have to do is go to attractyourlovenow.com. It's all together. Attractyourlovenow.com. When you go there, you're going to see a page. And that page is going to give you a list of things that you're going to get. So it's not just a ticket to Love Vision 2026. That in and of itself would be amazing. But in addition to that, there's bonuses that we've added. And the bonuses have been selected specifically to support you before the event even starts. We've got some things there for you. During the event, of course, you're going to be with us for 3 full days, January 30th, 31st, and February 1st. And then there will be some bonuses that you can use afterwards. So what does this do? This starts preparing you. When did I say that your love story of 2026 is being created? Today, here and now. This is the most aligned step that you could take to make sure that you're closing out this year in a way that has the full intention, not the hope or the wish, the intention of creating and living in that relationship in 2026. So go to attractyourlovenow.com, grab your seat, and all the bonuses that will be there for you that you can use, like I said, before, during, and after. The bonuses are there to support you. It's us saying here, while you're getting ready for the event, while you're at the event, here after you're at the event, so that it's not just 3 days, it is the year. 2026 is the year where your love story becomes real, where you actually create it, manifest it, and you get to live it and experience, not just in 2026, but for the rest of your life. And you want to grab it before the price goes up. You absolutely want to go ahead and grab it. All of that is there for you. Those extra bonuses are a gift to you, but the true powerful experience is going to be those 3 days, because we have 3 full days to work through on those breakthroughs, to get that clarity, so that you don't have to spend time hoping, crossing your fingers, and waiting to see if you're able to have the love that you want in 2026. Let's get that taken care of right now, here at the beginning of the year, so that the rest of the year is simply you aligning, attracting, creating, and keeping that beautiful love that you're going to manifest in 2026. All right, so I want to say this clearly. If you do nothing between now and January 1st, we just have a few days, you are choosing more of the same. If you choose clarity now, you are choosing for things to transform. You are choosing that shift. For those of you who wrote shift in the chat. Love Vision 2026 is not about, like I said, wishful thinking. It's not even about pressure. The fact that I'm telling you go and grab it before the price goes up is simply me being kind to you. Because I want you to have the love that you want. I want you to have the love, the kind of love that I get to experience every day, the kind of love that our clients are experiencing every day. All right, so this is about, like I said, it's about your self-leadership, leadership inside of yourself, inside of your love life, leadership over your future. So you're creating a future by design and not by default. That you're not defaulting to the old patterns, but you're designing a whole new love story. That is what we're inviting you to. So go to attractyourlovenow.com, grab your ticket and everything that comes with it. And know, like, I'm excited for you. Just know that this is how you complete this year differently. So that next year at this time, you look back and you're like, that was the moment. That was the moment where everything changed for me. So as I wrap this up, I want to leave you with this. There's nothing missing in you. There's nothing wrong with your timing. There's nothing that you need to prove to anyone, including yourself. You have not failed at love. You have not failed at love. You've been preparing for it. And this Love Vision 2026 is one of the best ways that you can prepare your heart, your mind, and your life to easily attract and receive the love that is your birthright. You deserve it. And it's waiting for you. Right? So every experience that you've had has refined you. Every lesson has clarified what truly matters to you. Even the heartaches have led you to this moment, to this conversation that we're having right now. Every moment of discomfort or heartache has been pointing you toward a higher standard, pointing you in the direction where you get to go. So it's been pointing you in the direction of your dreams, not away from it. So this next chapter of your love life, of your love story, it's not going to be about forcing anything new. It's truly about choosing alignment. So you're living your life in alignment. And that's where it becomes really easy to know what's for me and what's not for me, who's for me and who's not for me, so that you're choosing with intention and power. All right? So you're going to be intentional with who you're being, with what you allow, what you are available for, so that what you're attracting to yourself is 100% aligned with what your heart desires. So as we step into this new year, I want you to walk forward with confidence, with certainty that love is possible. It is 100% possible for you. Certainty that what you desire, your heart's desires, they are valid. They are absolutely valid. And certainty that when you choose differently, your results will follow. You will see the difference in your life, especially your love life. So happy New Year. We wish you new love in the new year. We can't wait to see you at Love Vision 2026. Remember to go to attractyourlovenow.com, grab your ticket, all of the bonuses, and until our hearts meet again, always remember that you are loved. Goodbye for now.